Hi, I'm Maddy Wierus at Carl Sandburg High School, here with the debate team, and I'm here with
Caroline Haig,
Bill Kolpak,
Casey Krzyzikowski,
Joe Norwell.
Okay, and Caroline, can you tell me what inspired you to join this debate team?
Well, I was really interested in public speaking and really interested in global events, so I thought this club would be a great way to do both of those things.
That's great. And Billy, what aspect of the debate team brings you back every year?
Well, first of all, the family relationship that I have with many of the people on the debate team. I have many good friends on the debate team. Also, the knowledge that I gain from debating, as well as the public speaking skills, bring me back every year to the debate team.
That's great. And Casey, how does your team practice for competition?
Well, each month we get a new topic in our group together. We discuss the topic and things would be important to know for the debates upcoming, and then we assign practice debates with each other, and it helps us learn from the arguments from that.
That's interesting. Okay, and Joe, how often do you compete, and do you have any competitions coming up?
We compete a couple times a month, mostly around the whole year. We have about 10 the whole year, including state, and our closest one is going to be this Saturday at Buffalo Grove, December 7th. And we, in the competition, is usually good at every tournament.
Okay. Thank you guys for your time, and good luck this weekend.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth Hasier, and I'm here with the Carl Sandburg High School debate team. With me today, I have
Peter Granato, Public Forum and LD Debate.
Katie Wayne, Public Forum and a member of the Executive Board.
Justin McCurdy, Captain and PF Debater.
Shanti Kambala, Lincoln Douglas debater and exec board member. So, Peter, could you tell me when you joined debate and why you decided to join?
I joined debate freshman year. A guy named Jack Harvening told me to join, so I joined because of him, and I stayed because I really loved it.
Awesome. And could you tell me a little bit about what goes into the preparation for these debates and how you practice?
Yeah, we do a lot of research as a whole. We do topic talks together, and then we also do our own independent research, and we practice a lot with practice debates.
Great. And tell me what the competitions are like and what goes into those.
We put a lot of time and work into competitions. We start out early in the morning. We usually leave here around 6:30 in the morning. Sometimes it's a rough morning, but we usually do at least 4 rounds of competition, and then sometimes there's elimination rounds.
Awesome. And Shanti, could you tell me what has been your favorite moment of being on debate?
My favorite moment that I've had on debate was probably just the entire experience of going down to state last year. It was great having the intense competition, but the best part was just becoming more of a family with my members because we had the entire team come down to support us, and it was just great spending a weekend with everyone.
Thank you all for joining me, and we'll be right back with more on the Carl Sandburg debate team.
And we're back with more members of the Carl Sandburg debate team, and I'm here with
Allie Arena, I'm on the exec board and I do public forum.
Mark Tadwad, and I do Public Forum.
Christina Ernst, I do public forum as well.
I'm Asima Zephyr, and I do Public Forum.
Okay, then can you tell us what happened with your debate season last year?
Oh, well, my partner Evelina and I actually ended up being state champions for the novice category in public forum, so that was very exciting.
Wow, and explain to me what public forum is in debate.
Well, Public Forum is a team-based debate. It's 2 versus 2, and you debate a different topic every month relating to different issues facing America or sometimes just the world in general.
That's really interesting. And now, Allie, what's your favorite part about being on the Sandburg debate team?
Probably the people on the team because everybody gets really close and it's a really nice community.
Yasim, how long have you been a member of this debate team?
I actually joined this year. I'm a freshman, so this was the first time I had a chance to be on the debate team.
Nice. And what inspired you to be on this debate team?
Because at open house, somebody came up to me and gave me a brochure and said you should join debate. And I looked at the brochure and it said there were donuts at tournaments. So.
Thank you so much, and we'll be right back.
Welcome back to 147 South and Orland Park's finest. We've just been been treated to a couple of wonderful debates, and I've become fascinated with the debate teams and the process here at Orland Park High School. Orland Park High School has a state champion debate teams, have won numerous awards for one reason. 2 reasons. One is the dedication of the students, but first and foremost, the coaches. We have the two of the finest coaches in the state of Illinois for debate. And to my right, Laney McGraw, and to my left, Scott McGraw. Now, they have been the coach of the debate team here at Sandburg since when? And you go first, Lainey.
13 years, 2000, 2001.
Yeah, so it's been about, so we're going almost at the start of the century. You started the century here at Sandburg and you got the debate team going. Now, were you two married at the time?
Yes, we were.
You were?
Happily.
Okay. Happily married? Okay, so that, I think, is the fascinating story, is that that you're coaching together and you're married and you've been able to survive it. I don't want to get too far deep into that because you never know where you're going with that. So let's talk a little bit about the debate. Give me, we're going to start right out with a success. Give me a success, it just comes to mind. I didn't have to say, oh, this is our best success. What is one of your success stories? Be it somebody you didn't think was going to amount, wasn't going to get it, and then went on to be a wonderful trial lawyer down the road, and something that, give me something that you can just grab onto. There's probably numerous stories, but let's start, Lainey, let's start with one story.
First choice. One of our success stories, we had a student who was very shy, not involved in a lot of things, and he is now working on his doctorate degree, and he just wrote me a letter today talking about how he owes everything to debate. So that's the best.
Everything to debate, he owes it. Now, when you read that, did you tear up a little?
Yes.
Yeah, I would. I'm telling you, I'm a tough guy. I'm a man, and I would still tear up at something like that, but because you all know I'm not that tough anyway. But that's a great one. That's a great success. So we're going to ask Mr. Scott McGraw to, pull out another success story.
Another success story is a gentleman that came to me as a freshman and was nervous and shaking as he spoke, and now gives speeches on a regular basis as a employee of the United Nations, and he travels around the world speaking to leaders of countries around the world, and he does it with such great poise and knowledge and presence that it's outstanding.
Now, that's another great story. I tell you, those are things that you as teachers and as coaches, that has to be so fulfilling when those type of things happen. I love that because I do a lot of coaching myself, and part of what we do it for is to watch them, to help develop the youth and see them go on to successful careers and hopefully make our society a better place. Sometimes it hits, sometimes it doesn't, but I'm sure you've got numerous success stories. Now, to get more and more success stories, what I'm fascinated with is debate itself. What if, to the folks watching at home, what would they say, or what would you say the benefits of debate are, so that I would like to inspire some folks at home to come out for debate. I wanted to, let's break down some of the fears or some of the misconceptions about what a debate team is. So let's talk about what would they have to do if they're considering, or even if they're not considering, it's time to consider doing debate. Lainey?
Partly just getting the kids up to talk, that's the most important job that we have, and also making sure the kids understand that this is not about arguing. It's not about, I have these feelings I have to share with you, because they have to research both sides. Yeah. And with the coin flip, they have to be prepared to speak about both sides of an argument. So they're very well-rounded. And I do want to say that I have a student who graduated several years ago and told me he has more useless information than most 40-year-olds he knows, because we do new topics every month, so it's a lot of work.
Yeah, and it's what I say is the art of persuasion will serve you well in just about any field that you go into. So what debate is going to teach you to do is speak well in front of an audience. Where do you think, where have you, in talking to some of your students that have went on, where did it benefit them in some specific areas?
Immediately, the number one benefit that we get feedback on is when they go into college. They find that college is so much easier than they anticipated because, one, as the University of Chicago looks for debaters, they know that these kids can think, they can write, they can analyze, they can communicate. The critical thinking skills are enhanced tremendously through debate. And bringing all these together, these kids are leagues ahead of the other students that they join in the college community. And they come back and they go, wow, college is just so wonderful, it's so easy, it's been wonderful because of what I learned in debate.
Yeah, and what you learn how to debate, but you also, what I think it hit me as you were talking, you learn how to just communicate overall in life. It might even help you get along in the fraternity. In a fraternity of life, but you go into college and you go into a fraternity and you become a teak like I did, and then don't do what I did in college. That's all I'm saying. When you get in that fraternity house, but just to be serious about it. I don't want to be too serious about it, but what are the thoughts that go into your mind if you had any students that have come out and tried it and then were thinking and then going to pull away, and then what did you do to keep this? What would you you're not going to beg people, but what would you do if somebody was hesitant after they got started in, but you saw something in them and there's something in everybody that will get the benefit if they just get out there, they'll open up and that'll help them blossom. What are some of the techniques or things you would use to keep them?
One of the important things is that we don't have to do a lot. The kids take care of each other, and they look at this as almost a family type of a relationship. We eat together a lot. We share together. They go bowling. They go to different type party events. They're having a Christmas party this weekend at a student's house. So they take care of each other, and they want to be here because this is their family.
Yeah, I'll tell you, you don't realize that. I found that out myself when I started doing these plays, started doing acting, is where, now it's called rehearsal, and I looked at it always as practice, when you're in football or basketball or baseball, it's practice, but it's all the same. It's all preparing for a common goal, coming together, and then achieving that goal. Now, what's the, are you currently state champion, or was it from last year? Are you defending state champion, or you're right there, or you're coming up, I know you guys have won numerous awards.
Yeah, we've won the state championship 4 times and numerous other championships. We're not the reigning champs currently. It's New Trier. We have battled back and forth with New Trier for quite a few years now, and looking forward to our opportunity to unseat them.
Yes,
as soon as possible.
You will.
And the kids are amazing. The level of talent is fine. And if I can go back to the last question you had, just for a second, to add on.
Of course.
As she stated, it's actually a lot of work done by the kids. And the one thing is, all we have to do is get them to try debate, because these kids come to us and they want a place where they can belong. They want a place where they can do a mental slam dunk, if you will. And when they get into a debate round, they realize that there's an arena out there for them to express themselves and get respect in return for expressing themselves. And once they feel that, we call it getting bit by the bug.
Yeah.
And the rest of it takes on its own life. It really does.
No, I know. You get bit by the theater bug. You get bit by certain bugs, and it's great when they're bit by the bug, because this does nothing but benefit them from now until the end of time, basically. But speaking of the end of time, I want to talk about the beginning of time. Where did you two meet? I'm getting a little personal here. Where did you meet? Who wants to take that question?
That's an easy one. I'll go there.
Okay.
John Foster Dulles High School in Sugar Land, Texas, our sophomore English honors class.
Oh, so you met in English class and you are an English teacher.
Yes.
Oh.
And we were high school and college debate partners.
So you grew up in Texas. Dallas?
No. Outside of Houston. We actually grew up here. We actually grew up here, and both of us didn't know each other. I'm from the north side. Both of us got transferred there and met in high school.
Oh, okay. So you went. Boy, life takes some strange turns. And here's another one. But so, who are you cheering for on Monday night? The team from Texas or the team from Illinois?
I'm always cheering for the team from Illinois.
That's it. So he's cheering for the Bears Monday night. We just wanted to make sure, since you met in Dallas. But that's a great story. That's that you met in high school in Texas and came back here. So you met in high school, and did you go to college? Did you go to the same college?
Texas A&M University.
You went to Texas A&M where Johnny Football goes?
Where Johnny Football goes.
Oh, so you got, so what's your thoughts on, you know what, now let's go. Okay, what's your thoughts on Johnny Football? Because I'm not going to say a word about him, but what's your thoughts on the Heisman Trophy winner?
I think he could have used some debate techniques.
Yes. He could have used a little judgment. If he'd have been on a debate team, it might have been different. But he did. He had a heck of a year. This year's not been quite the same year. Texas A&M, not quite where they were last year. So I'm sorry to hear about that with the Texas A&M. But so you're one of the Aggies, Texas A&M Aggies. And now, when you guys were going there, not to get too far off the subject, but we don't have any. So wait, we're just here talking. Texas A&M, did you ever did they have the bonfire when you were there?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, so so you went to the bonfires?
Absolutely.
Just describe a bonfire, just real quick. I've heard so much about the bonfires. I mean, I know it ended tragically in terms of why they stopped it, but it sounds like there must have been something to it that it became such a tradition.
Bigger and more incredible than anything you can imagine. It took them months to build it. They had engineers out there with full trees, putting them up there, and it would actually be lit for about a week. There would be something still burning for over a week.
So when you were going to school, it was something that did you two, is that where did the spark of romance happen at the bonfire? You can tell me now.
No, but it helped kindle the fire.
It helped kindle the fire there, Kate. You know what? He's always coming at you with something. He's coming at you. So what I've got, we talked about the fact you've got so many awards. Give me, in a nutshell, what you see is the value. So the people, and I keep harping on this, so maybe more than I should, but you can never talk. If we can recruit a few more that come into debate and are successful at it. Give me a few words. What do you see as the values of being on a debate team, the values of debate?
All the life skills that you need, every skill that you need in school, kind of what Scott talked about earlier, research, speaking, critical thinking, it's all there.
Yeah, I love we keep coming back to that, the critical thinking, because it's not just learning how to talk. It's really learning how to formulate your thoughts. And being able to formulate your thoughts is going to help you just in learning how to take tests and how to put things together. So what do you see as some of the additional overall values of being in the debate team, debating?
Again, I'm going to point to the life skills, and we go down to the degree where when we go out to eat after competition, we teach the kids how to act in a restaurant, how to tip properly, how to act in public. We have been given a term by our opponents across the state of the Sandburg style. And when I had queried exactly what did you mean by the Sandburg style, coaches across the state of Illinois have said that they can go to a competition and walk down a hallway and point out the Sandburg kids because of their complete presence, of how they hold themselves, how they act in public, how they treat others. There's a certain level of respect and style and presence that goes into it.
Very good.
And that's something they'll carry with them the rest of their life.
They surely will. I love that term, the Sandburg style. So that's that basically that says it all. That's what they do here. They do some phenomenal work. Scott and Laney McGraw, and I'm going to ask you, give me the bottom line: Rolling Stones or Beatles?
Aerosmith.
Okay, well, I'll take that because I love Aerosmith. We'll get you off the hook. We love the Rolling Stones and the Beatles. Scott, can you clarify Rolling Stones or Beatles?
Fleetwood Mac.
Fleetwood Mac. I'll tell you, I can't win here. I like them all. I grew up with them all, and I'm a baby boomer myself. These two are a little too young, I think, to know anything about Fleetwood Mac. I think they're way too young. But it's good to know that the music is alive. But I will say, I'm so impressed by the way the kids acted, because you did talk about the Sandburg way. They just, after we got done tonight, I met every single one of them, and they were just they're poised for the next level already, even though some of them are freshmen and sophomores. sophomore. So that's a credit to what you do. And give me so we can really get into your personal lives. Give me one of your favorite hobbies. Give me a hobby you like.
I make stained glass windows and things.
Well, you make stained glass windows, okay, at the in the basilica, anything like,
Have made them for church.
Yeah, made them for church. Very good. Okay, stained glass windows. Scott, you throw out one of your hobbies.
Gardening.
Gardening, very good. You got the green thumb.
I do.
All right, so you're making stained glass windows while he's out gardening. It's beautiful, and you're debating the merits, and then afterwards you can debate the merits of which one was more valuable: the garden that you're growing, or those stained glass windows. So it's great. I have to tell you, I'm honored to have been, to come here and participated tonight. You stayed here. I don't even know what time it is. It's past 8:30, but it's one of those where you started practice at probably 3 or 4 today, worked through the practice, and then been in here for 2.5 hours. So I really, really appreciate it. Hopefully, and I know it will happen, it's going to be out there on the internet, it's going to be out there on Channel 4, and everybody that's watching, please come and understand, and please encourage your children, encourage your neighbors to the debate team here at Sandburg, because it is going to be a state championship team. New Trier, who, let me ask you, I'm going to put you on the spot. What Secretary of Defense went to New Trier?
Rumsfeld?
Yes, he did. Donald Rumsfeld, you win the prize. So now that we've solved the problems of the world here today, and in this wonderful holiday season, 2013, you love that we're in that holiday mood. So as we close out, I want to say Merry Christmas to both of you. Laney, I've got a little Frango Mints. Thank you very much. Merry Christmas. And to Scott McGraw, the gardener, we're going to also say Merry Christmas. Thank you very much. I really want to thank you for being here tonight and for everything you do. I can't even put it into words, and I'm speechless, and that's not like me. So I just want to thank you for being here. You want to give any closing remarks?
No, thank you for coming. And the kids really enjoyed it, had a great time, they're excited, and it's nice to be appreciated because they work really hard at what they do. So thank you very much.
Well, thank you.
And again, thank you for the opportunity to showcase these kids because they really work hard.
Yeah. I'm going to close you with this. Merry Christmas, the Sandburg way. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We're back. We're back on 147 South and Orland's finest. And we want to thank everyone for being here tonight. We really do. I know many of you were in school, since some of you probably have 0 hour. Most of you may have had 0 hour because that's when you learn your best. It's when you peak, when you first get there in the morning. So I never had a chance to have 0 hour. They wouldn't let me in. But you do very well. Thanks for being here tonight, and so I know it's running over, and this is something that we wanted to do to show everyone in Orland Park the great, the benefits of debate and what they do. So right now, so I can let the audience know outside, what we're doing is we're going to do a debate where I'm on the debate team. My mother would be so proud of me now if she saw me on the debate team. So they never would have let me on the debate team in high school. I don't think our high school had a debate team. But if they had one, I should have done it, and maybe I could have made something of myself, Mom. But what we're going to do here is I'm going to be on the team. I won't do very good, but I'm going to. So this will show you how, if you don't hone your skills, that these two, what everyone here has done, and the great job they've done, and they're all seniors. One going to Northwestern. Hopefully, I hope I don't jinx you. Going to Baird. Is it Baird or Bard or Bard? Like Shakespeare? Okay, like Hamlet. You probably read a lot of Hamlet. You probably read Hamlet. I haven't read that for a while. And you're going to USC.
Hopefully.
Yeah, but not after that game Saturday. You probably want to go to UCLA. But just like all those Alabama students are going to go to Auburn now. So here we go. We're going to get going. I know I'm running on and on, but I just want to thank everyone for being here tonight and showing the patience. Oh, just stay standing up. I'm not even going to. Normally you would sit down in a situation and then there would be a coin toss, just like at the start of a football game. And we'd come out there and we'd stare each other down. Should we stare each other down? You're going to stare. Are you? Yeah? Am I having an effect on you? Are you becoming afraid? You sure? Okay. I can't believe it. I guess my tactics are not going to work here. So I'm going to come out and I'm going to make the first speech. Okay, in this holiday season, lets everyone have a little mercy on me. Okay. And so when the timer would start and I would have 4 minutes. They're not going to do it. So normally the timer's starting. Let's just say the timer's starting. My partner Camille and I negate today's resolution. Resolved. The benefits of domestic surveillance by the NSA outweigh the harms. For clarity in today's debate, we offer the following definitions. Domestic. Existing or occurring inside a particular country, not foreign or international. Observation. Because the resolution states to evaluate the benefits and harms of NSA surveillance, this debate must be weighed on cost-benefit analysis. Contention 1, inefficiency. The overall reasoning behind surveillance by the NSA is to protect the American people and safety. The Justice Department cites the presidential duty to protect the safety of Americans as the justification behind NSA's right to domestic surveillance. According to Benkler from Harvard University in The Guardian, when Senator Leahy specifically asked about the relevance of all 54 supposed cases cited as successes of the NSA, General Alexander specifically affirmed that the 54 cases that keep getting cited by the administration were not all plots, and that of the 54, only 13 had some nexus in the U.S. And, as stated by Ackerman of The Guardian, the NSA deputy, Christopher Inglis, at most one plot might have been disrupted by the phone book records collection alone. The NSA is ineffective in implementing counter-terror efforts, and both the head and deputy of the NSA verify the exaggeration in their success. You got that? Okay. We're good. You want to throw in a towel yet? No? Okay. Contention 2, costs. Subpoint A, domestic costs. With this number constantly rising, the ITIF projects the loss to United States cloud companies over the next 3 years to be $35 billion. This is solely in the cloud market. According to a Forrester analysis, vendors of hosting and outsourcing services, which offer many of the same services as cloud companies, but use different processes and revenue models, could suffer an additional $100 billion in lost business. He estimates the total amount of lost business to an annual total of $180 billion. The United States GDP is suffering, losing billions of dollars worth of foreign investment. Contention 3, due process. The use of the domestic surveillance program against criminals is inherently subverting the Fifth Amendment. According to Sibon Gorman of the Wall Street Journal, although these cases rarely involve national security issues, documents reviewed by Reuters show that law enforcement agents have been directed to conceal how such investigations truly begin, not only from defense lawyers, but also sometimes from prosecutors and judges. The United States is not allowing for the just use of evidence in courts and therefore undermining the constitutional rights of its people. For these reasons, my partner and I, right here, future Northwestern graduate, encourage a con ballot in today's debate. You got that? Okay. Thank you. exactly how are the NSA cyber sanctions that you allude to protecting the interests of Americans?
Well, cyber sanctions are actually protecting the interests of Americans because we're able to target non-state actors, which has never been done before. We're able to effectively shut them off from all financial resources that they get through the internet, which is almost everything, especially with the increase in financial transactions, which has happened in the last 10 years. So we're able to stop the terrorists from getting any money, and when terrorists have no money, they're not able to buy the weapons, they're not able to supply any of the detrimental things that ultimately terrorists come with.
Well, I would agree with you, except that all that you're saying, none of these cyber sanctions could stop all of the tragedies that are going on in so many countries, in Somalia and everywhere else. So you can say that they would stop.
Do you want to pivot
but how do we do that?
The actual resolution? Because we're talking about NSA and we're not talking about what's happening in Somalia right now. So I have a question for you, actually. Okay, so
are you slamming me?
No. Okay.
I'm gonna pivot back here. Okay, let's go.